Hello. Okay, I'm just gonna have this behind me now. Alright. Yeah, I'm back. Alright. I can't wait for Bimu to watch the VOD and see how I was treating the mortuary assistant. I'll be honest, demons aren't that scary to me. Like, I played Faith. I learned from the Giga Chad, Father Garcia himself. I know how to take care of demons. Alright. This time around, though, it's not demons that we need to worry about, it's angels. We are gonna be playing Growing My Grandpa next. This one is a game by Yames. You might have heard of them. If you're into horror games, you might have heard them. If not, then probably not. They have a certain style to their games. It's very creepy, very unsettling style. So let me change the stream info there. And I believe Growing My Grandpa is the latest game that they released. There is another game in the works, I believe. It's called Growing Our Bodies. And they all have weird names like this, but they all are really, really interesting. Also, it's playing on a tiny window on my desktop for some reason. Oh god. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. Configuration? Is it just gonna be full screen? Press F4 to cycle. Oh. Okay, there we go. Alright. There we go. You guys probably can't hear the game though, so get ready for your ears to be blasted by the menu music. Or noise, really. I can change the cursor. Okay, can change the cursor apparently. F3 to disable or change the shader intensity. Okay. F3 changes my changes my screen too. Let's keep it at low. Let's just keep it at low. Right, and start. Would you like to view the tutorial regarding the basic game mechanics? Yes. Please read. This game is designed to be played with a mouse. The input required of you is based around clicking the mouse button. The right mouse button will change the cursor's image and function. Oh, okay. So I only need my mouse to play. That's cool. Only when pointing, indicated by the extended index finger, can you, the player, interact with certain menu buttons and prompts. By clicking below in the pointing mode to continue. The second cursor mode, indicated by the cursor's image, featuring a hand extending all fingers. It's like this. This mode concerns. Hold on. This mode can. It's like I'm reading Braille. Concerns interacting with objects inside the world, mainly picking up objects and moving it into another position. To continue, please pick up the piece of trash on the right and place it in the trash can on the left. Remember, the right mouse button will change the cursor's mode, but when holding something, the mode cannot be changed until the cursor is not holding something. Oh. Okay, there. That's it. There will be many situations in Growing My Grandpa, exclamation mark, that will require you to pick things up place things, grab things, or give things. Don't be afraid to experiment and keep an open mind about using your hand. Please click the button below to continue. Remember, many buttons must be clicked in the pointer mode. In order to expedite the cleaning process, you can use digit 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard number row at the top of the keyboard. Okay, so let me know to reposition the trash can below to try and move again. Okay. I can move the trash can. Well done. Please click the continue button to move on. And please remember the menu buttons click it. Yes, pointer mode. A variety of video options can be changed. Like yeah. Just cursors available plus okay, color schemes. By default, Growing My Garden displays in scaled up by a faction factor of 2, and the shader set to low. Okay, you can configure options overlay. Hovering over the small question mark. Oh, question mark. Oh, this one. That's it. Okay. I could barely see it. This ends the tutorial. I hope you enjoy Growing My Grandpa. Infinite thanks to my patrons and supporters for believing in me and my work. Games. Week 1? Wow, the sounds. Okay. I excused Adrian during music class today and spoke with her about her recent string of demerits. It was our first time meeting outside of a quarterly evaluation, and I believe it went well. I can certainly understand Miss Richardson's classroom observations concerning Adrian's emotional state. She was, of course, intensely shy when we first met. As I understand it, she is similarly withdrawn in her classroom activities and only speaks or acts when absolutely must. Some things she simply does not do. Instead of participating in mandatory group activities, she will sit alone and expect that she will receive a demerit. Before the meeting, I read Miss Richardson's parent-teacher report, which allowed me to estimate some about Adrian's home life. The parents are well educated and come from a prestigious background, but they lack time to properly nurture Adrian. She is often alone, and when she is not, the parents seem to not understand the importance of warmth and affirmation when dealing with someone so young. Having two parents of this reserved and icy temperament exacts an inhibition in a child. The child's imagination is subdued, but only ostensibly, for it eventually finds its way into regular life. I surmised that I would be able to reach out to Adrian by way of make-believe. Hello, Adrian? Is that you? Girl, why does your face look like you've been stung by bees? How are you liking your new home? You've told me you used to live close by, but it still can be big adjustment. A new room, a new school. The basement. I like that. The basement? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff. Mom and Dad sent me down there. Your mom and dad made you go? Yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Well, that's not why they sent me down there, though. Why did they send you down there? Fighting. They were fighting, shouting. I came in to help, and they shouted at me. They said I'd go clean up downstairs, so I went. That sounds tough. Do they fight a lot? No. Well, they. It's alright, Adrian. Maybe you can tell me more about the basement instead. Okay. Well, it was weird at first, but the stuff down there. But cool. I found something living of sorts. That's very interesting, Adrian. Please tell me more. By indulging her in her fantasies and stories, I was able to glean more of an understanding of Adrian's anxiety surrounding her home and parents. The symbol of Adrian's story seems to carry their own traumatic weight, and her exploration of the basement may very well be a vehicle for the conveyance of her anxiety. I think this guy is reading too into it. Whatever might come out of our next meeting, whether she is engaged in similar make believe, I will set down her story here. Adrian's story began with her delving into the basement with a trash receptacle and the goal of cleaning up. She discovered one of the walls was covered in plastic bags. She went to investigate, intent on tearing away whatever they covered. Oh god, the style. Trash bags. Doop-a-doop. Okay. What exactly am I cleaning? What exactly is that stuff? It's so weird. Upon removing the plastic bags from the wall, she noticed their interior lining was covered in grass. Okay, that's grass. Like a window, I offered. Oh, glass. No, she said, like a mirror. Reflecting inwards towards the animal they covered. I gently asked her what exactly this animal was. Here is where the material reality of the story took a turn for the explicitly fantastic and imaginary. Oh, hello. Upon her discovery of it, at her gaze, it grew or extended. Its shaggy-haired self. Hair like that of the fur of a dog, I offered? No, she said. Not the fur of a dog, nor the hair on her head. It grew out towards her, the animal's hair reaching out. It was hard, standing almost straight like the hair on a brush. A bristle, I offered. Yes, she said. She was very afraid at first, but then very curious. I asked her what else was in the room. More things hidden away, she said. Things of Grandpa's as well. First, she found a hidden passage under the stairs. Inside were strange dolls, magic objects, naked, faceless figures. I heard these cryptic utterings and merely nodded. In order to keep the game of make-believe going, I only pressed for details where I thought necessary. The faceless dolls could be a simple metaphor for the anonymity she feels in her own home. The hidden passage, I am unsure of what to make of that. The revealing of the conceal seems to be a thematic in her fantasy. The door under the stairs is but one example. Tucci tucci. Tucci tucci. Can I give it a pat 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 pat? Okay. Question mark? Great. Okay. Is there any trash? Any trash that needs to be picked up? The darkness of the shadowy corner unnerves you. You cannot explore without some form of light. Touchy touchy? No. Touchy touch, touchy touch, touch touch. Trash pile. Okay, so things that I can interact with probably gonna be there. Okay, didn't pick up any trash here. He did say that there was a hidden passageway under the door. Under the stairs? Oh, I grabbed something. Oh, would be nice if I had an objective to see. Ah, that's what it is. When she removed the panel and found the magical hidden passage, she was very specific about what she took. She found a magic book, a magic doll, a photo of her late grandpa, and magic glue. Ah, I see. It's the magic doll. Take doll. Slouching doll. Its material is rough and coarse. Search closets. Excuse ye? So much trash. So much trash. Much trash. Much trash. Much trash. Okay. Papers crudely bound together to form a book. Everson Step Shamanism and the Physiform Gyros? Okay. Much trash. Much. Oh, glue. Glue. Magic glue. All purpose glue. What do you mean? It's magic glue. Right. All clean now. Oh, there's more trash. More trash. Oh, another paper. Photo of your late grandpa. Mr. PhD. On the reverse side of the photograph, there is more text. Good luck on your trip to Urals. Urals. Urals? Urals. Stay warm. That sounds vaguely familiar. Are they like, is it going to the mountains? All clean. The space will not be dirty again until next week. I interrupted to ask what she did with these magical, mysterious materials. Grow my grandpa, she explained plainly. And then, without missing a beat, she continued on with her story. Feeling this was a potent symbol, I stopped her again and asked what she meant. Somewhat puzzled, I did not understand immediately, she explained slowly. Grandpa lives in the cage in the other room, the cage behind the door. They grew people in the cage. I see. Tutsi, tutsi. Are you good? Tutsi, tutsi, tutsi. Okay. This is the door. Hastily written note. I have repeatedly called your home to no avail, so I am forced to leave this here for you all. I found William sitting in the corner of the enclosed area, seemingly severely concussed. Whiskers was gone, in none of its usual hiding places. I immediately suspected the worst. The project thus must be suspended for now. I am leaving up the usual mirrored coverings we used to keep the anthropoidic void sealed. How did I read that? Sealed. I have done my best to lock up everything on such short notice. It is a hastily fix, but it will require some time to find more permanent remedy. I am also hoping you do not find this note, as I intend to lock the house down too, and to race off to you and to retrieve your lockbox key. Don't worry about William's key. It and the rest of his equipment is almost certainly deep within Whiskers now. I pray you do not enter this room, no matter how it may appear. William cannot be helped, and is only being kept alive as a means to predation, continuing predation on the rest of us. I will say this once again. No matter what state you may encounter Williams in, he cannot be helped. I have sympathy for the young man. I truly do. But I found on his person several photos of his late sister, which would imply certain risk he knew he was taking. Our extent research material have now become possible liabilities, either criminal or professional in nature, so I have stashed them away. I believe I let you all know how I might do this if you were ever if you are ever to experience an event such as this. I hope you'll all remember what I told you. So long then. Okay. Lab orientation. Experiment 1 out of 4. I, for the sake of the university, something I can't read it. Two out of 4. The ritual behavior with. I could have read them. Damn. Wait, no. Ritual behavior with the sample shading bargaining will result in dismissal from the project. The price. But hold on, I need to drink some water. My throat's so dry. That's better. That's much better. The precise mechanism for the exchange of symbols and gifts required for a requested desirous yield is not known, and even then, anecdotal accounts of success are illegible, end in violent death. Can I, God, can I go back to? I wanted to read those. Yeah, well. Regarding growth cycles, every time Whiskers regenerates and leaves dormancy, it is to be logged as a new propagation. The sample's body existence cannot be illegible, i.e., a part cannot be cut from the whole, so there can only be one living propagation. Propagations are to be terminated after 5 weeks. Any further developments puts us at risk. Termination procedures will be posted and followed with extreme care. With all of that out of the way, I welcome you to the project. I look forward to working with you, Dr. Hart. Enter. Beyond the door in the room, the cage was hidden, concealed in another coat of inward-facing mirrors. A hidden cage lined with mirrors. It is a strange, almost poetic, elaborate fantasy of self-reflection, concealment, captivity. Trap? Trap? Trap. Put it in the trash, get the rib cages out. At the cage, she finally cast her spell. But it was confusing, she confided at first. She took the magic doll, the magic glue, and the photo of her grandpa, and she combined them, and she wished very hard. I can only assume this in this fantasy that the next her wish would come true. In what child story would it not? Take the glue. Generic human figure. Particular human representation. We get photo of grandpa and the doll, and we glue them together. And thus we have a grandpa. A tangible symbol of intention and desire. She put grandpa in the cage, assuming that that was part of the ritual, and she was not clear on how it worked. The precise instructions she could glean from her grandfather's magic book was complicated by her reading comprehension. She was dumb as hell. Well, she is probably a child. Okay. She was with all her heart, and then she told me. She waited a while for anything to happen, and after that time, she began to cry. I cried really hard, she said. I wanted Grandpa to come back. I wanted my parents to stop being so mean. And it hurt me. It hurt me wish for Grandpa to come back, for my parents to be different. I could feel it through the walls, and it felt me through the air. I asked her what exactly she meant. She could only repeat what she said. By this time, lunch was almost over. I said goodbye to Adrian, and she left to rejoin her class. I was left to consider our conversation. I believe the storytelling strategy I have employed was not unfruitful, but I must probe deeper if I can. Although I can be sure of nothing I interpret, the impressions I get may begin to help me get an idea of the right questions to ask. Knowledge you acquire this week has given you access to certain topics or keywords you can discuss with Grandpa. You gained gained the conversation topic wish. Consider discussing this with Grandpa when Grandpa emerges. I'm not quite sure I want Grandpa to emerge. Whatever that means. You have also followed the following keywords. Shell. Okay. Week 2. Yippee. Alright. Gonna need to drink a lot of water today. I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let me get some of the pies here. I'm kind of getting hungry. Munch on this while we do this. I'm just taking a bite. I met again with Adrienne in order to address her emotional outbursts in the past few weeks. Okay. It is our second time meeting. While it is standard practice to have multiple sessions with a troubled student. As I assembled a report of the for the counseling department, I could not help but think as we sat down in my office that Adrienne already seemed to show a remarkable change in self-esteem and confidence, and perhaps my and Mr. Richardson's estimation of her as emotionally disturbed was erroneous. The paralyzing shyness and withdrawn attitude Adrienne possessed last week were not entirely diminished, but she seemed to hold herself differently this week. However, this only lasted as long as our conversation pertained to the initial introductory pleasantries. When I began once again asking about her parents, her feelings regarding her new school and her new home, she quickly lost what new confidence she had gathered up and withdrew again into herself. Once again, I partook in some collaborative make believe, but this time I was aided by the fact that I had managed to do some research into Adrian's grandfather, and I had some insight into what she might actually be finding in the basement. Now, this may be overstepping my bounds, some as the school counseling caseworker, but this was all in service of making Adrian comfortable and happy in this learning environment. In any case, I was able to dig up information regarding the grandfather by inquiring at the university in town. Not that I make a habit of sleuthing, but I had a suspicion that the grandfather was a professor there, or at least some sort of researcher, due to the fact that the newly constructed laboratory on campus I drive by every day bears his name in memorial. He was some sort of anthropologist, or a linguist, or a neuroscientist. I did not have to dig that deep before the scope of his work became dizzying, and I ran against the limits of my undergraduate education. But back to the make believe. What is your grandpa like? Is he a smart man? Not anymore, but I'm teaching him. So he's growing a good deal then. You have been feeding him well? Yeah, he's getting bigger, but he has a lot of room in his cage. He's still behind the bars? Yeah, well, he might be able to climb out eventually, but there's this vent in the ceiling. Well, perhaps if he climbs out, I could meet him someday. Yeah, maybe, but he's not ready to leave. He can't take care of himself. I have to feed him, pick up after him. Ah, you store the food in your lunchbox. That's nice of you to share. He can almost talk. You cannot speak with him? He doesn't. He doesn't have a mouth of sort. But how do you feed him? He has a mouth on the outside on his shell, or the stuff that's his skin. I'm a little confused. Maybe you can go through the typical day with your grandpa? Okay. I asked her to explain how exactly it goes about growing her grandpa, and Adrienne began another tale. According to Adrienne, in the week that had passed, much had changed in the basement. But do my parents just not go down here? Do her parents just not come down here at all? Examine vent? The hairy thing. The hairy thing was here before it's gone. You should go see Grandpa first. Okay. Hello, Grandpa. Wake Grandpa up. I don't want to wake Grandpa up. He was scary at first, she said. But the way he moved, the way the doll's skin covered him, I wanted to interject. This somewhat seemed inappropriate, but I kept listening. When I look at him, she continued, when I think about him, he grows and moves. It's like he's growing for me. So he's growing bigger now, I asked. She said, bigger every day. Oh no, God. Hi, Grandpa. Oh my goodness gracious. This begins the actual growing part of growing your grandpa. Beneath the doll's burlap skin, the follicles knit together. Oh, what resembles a proper person. Your grandpa. You are in charge of his cognitive development and diet, and until it is able to sustain itself. Currently, you are observing Grandpa. Please click the arrow back button below for a brief tutorial on your duties as caretaker. Hello, Grandpa. Hello, Grandpappy. Okay, alright, we got a checklist. Hold on a second. Gonna need to tackle this with a full stomach. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Go to Grandpa. Go study corner. Go to kitchen corner. Help. Save game. Exit. Okay. Here you can see a variety of options regarding growing Grandpa. Feed Grandpa. Acceptable food eaten. Seek out things to feed Grandpa. Teach Grandpa. 2 words. Find vocabulary cards help Grandpa speak. Explore the basement. Highlighted in red are objectives related to the feeding, teaching Grandpa. Important messages regarding Grandpa's recent activity will also appear here. You will need to find a food and learning material before you can move on to the next week. Some foods will make Grandpa happy, others merely content. Some foods will make Grandpa disgusted to the point of nausea. Learning materials is also scattered throughout the basement. Sorry, yawns. Seek out vocabulary cards intended to help teach English and basic anthropoidic concepts formation. The options highlighted in red relate to navigating around Grandpa's enclosure. Go to Grandpa option will let you perform all actions directly related to Grandpa: feeding, teaching, observing, etc. Accessing the study corner will let you go over any documents you picked up as the weeks go by. Oh, nice! We can go back and read the first two. It's a good idea to learn about the work of the people who last occupied the space. Accessing the kitchen corner will let you search for food in the old refrigerator and prepare food for Grandpa if need be. Hub button will replay tutorial. Save game button will save your current progress. You can only have one save file at a time, so if you have saved data, you will be asked if it is okay to overwrite it. And exit game. More buttons may or may not appear depending on your development of Grandpa, so watch out for them. One final note, take care to explore the basement at your leisure. However, due to the entropic nature of the clutter and trash, different weeks may allow you to find things you had not previously discovered. Good luck. I see. Alright, let's go to the study corner. Examine educational poster. Okay. Read now. 1. The researcher will seal off the enclosure bars, ensuring minimal gas leakage during the later fumigation process, and then retrieve the burn barrel and place it near the enclosure. 2. Allow at least 48 hours of time where the current growth cycle experiences no human-related stimuli. Do not enter the enclosure area or any part of the basement. Ideally, you will not be on the grounds at all. 3. After 48 hours, 2 researchers will enter the basement wearing their assigned mirror masks, mirror aprons, and powered air purifying respirator. The researcher will use the vent system to fumigate the enclosure area, wait 30 minutes, and then use the fan system to ventilate the enclosure. Keep the fans running during step 3 and 4. Re-enter the enclosure area wearing your assigned mirror masks and aprons. The organism may or may not be in a complete dormancy. If it is not in full dormancy, be assured that that its capacity to act against you will be greatly diminished. With your assigned power drills, quickly remove any enclosed bars needed to access the organism. Put them aside for later reinstallation. Put the organism in the burn barrel. Incinerate the organism thoroughly. wait for any smoke to be properly cleared by the fan system. Turn off the fans. One researcher will retrieve the nucleus from the ashes and place it in the mirror box. The other researcher will shift through the ash and place any other substantial remains in the biohazard bin in the room outside of the enclosed area. The bin is locked for safety purposes. The code is 323245. The researchers will fill out a termination form and leave it for Dr. Hart. 323245. Biohazard bin. Okay. Okay. Fire research. Okay, there's a lot of trash here for some reason. Even though this is stuff I already picked up. What the hell? Cashews? These do not look like cashews. Looks edible. Grandpa might like it. Okay, we found cashews for Grandpa. I'll clean. This place will not be dirty until next week. Account of acquisition. It was said to pass from one family of steppe people to another, but pressed on its ultimate origin, illegible, somewhere to the south, coiled in a bowl, covered in incantations, buried upside down by a graveyard, a common late iniquity for demon trap. Antiquity of demon trap. Okay. The keeper, an elderly man in failing health, was ready to expound on and on about the danger of the organism. About when I asked more pointed questions about its history of its acquisition, was given a curt response that had a way of circling back to vague warnings. Maybe you should have listened. Maybe, just maybe, you should have listened. Alright, it's cabinet 2. Do I have to do this every time if I want to read something? Oh, I found the paper. Space will not be dirty again. Cool. Okay. Grandpa. Vocabulary card. Grandpa. Teach Grandpa this word to read the notes past educators. Why is the first card Grandpa? Okay, cabinet 3. What are these bars? Okay. Okay, apparently they're trash. Put this away. Put this. Really? Every corner? You remove the taped down fabric and reveal cabinet within bottom. Oh. Sample exoskeleton. Okay, there was a false bottom there. It wasn't like pipes, it was tapes. Tape, okay. Research participants, please take note. Each growth from a cycle does not require a shell, but you may find the The sample will often try and seize on something somewhat flexible it could grow into, along with a desirous yield it may generate. What the hell is a desirous yield? Or else it will move from one shell to the next as it outgrows them. It's like a hermit crab. In the small amount of time I have spent with it in preparation, I have noticed that it tends towards human forms. However, we should keep a tight lid on the anthropoidic seal in order to be cautious before we begin to experiment with exposing it to long-term anthropoid stimuli. Dr. Hart. Assuming Dr. Hart is my grandpa. Cleanup procedure. To my colleagues, I don't mean to be overly severe in tone, but Dr. Hart's work is very important, and the material we are working with is potentially very dangerous. It will be out. I'll be handing out a copy of this note as a reminder to everyone. I am not trying to single out any particular person out. We all have misconceptions about the nature of this object, and from time to time, with that out of the way, here are some things to keep in mind. The active growth must be thoroughly terminated via correct procedure, at the very least 4 weeks after dormancy is interrupted. It doesn't matter what you've done or haven't done regarding the task procedure, or how much the anthropoidic vacuum has been disrupted. We are not ready to go beyond 4 weeks at this point. A step-by-step guide to termination has been posted by the enclosure wall. Please, please, please do not place the educational poster over this posting. 2. Do not disrupt the anthropoidic vacuum without Dr. Hart's prior consultation and approval. In the case of an emergency where the vacuum is disrupted, put on your equipment and begin the lockdown procedure. Make an extensive note of when and how the breach occurred. 3. If you find a habitat empty, page Dr. Hart immediately, but do not attempt to speak with anyone else. This thing can get very smart. I'm sure you're all well aware from the stories we heard on our exposition trip. The greatest caution should be used when dealing with a potential aggressive mimicry scenario. Please seek me out if you have any more questions, William. Well, this is freaking creepy. Okay. Medical imaging device. Okay. Look over documents. This is okay. Those were like new documents. I was wondering like why it was like all new. I thought, okay. I think it was like the hastily magic book. The impetus of this research research. I'll need to drink a lot of water. For some reason, when my mouth is dry, I just end up like stuttering, and like the dyslexia goes through the roof. Okay. The impetus of this research was, let me bring the mic closer so I don't need to raise my voice as much. Was the recognition of a peculiar pattern in fragments of documents relating to magic and magico-religious practice. Numerous sources were drawn from commentaries on laws related to the banning of sorcery and necromancy, compilations of folk charms related to love spells, hagiographs of saints and their encounters with devils. The list spans many centuries and a great distance from the Leviant of Karagat, Cognate, to the borders of the modern nation state of Russia and Kazakhstan today. From this paper trail arose a consistent account about a certain form of magic relating to binding of demons and a sorcerer's will. A demon called the Heaven of Needles, or the Angel of Needles, was known to be kept best by some shamanistic keepers or the wards who suffer from face blindness. Prosopagnosis, I think, whether by birth or through developmental causes like stroke or head injury. It was known to be extremely effective, but terribly dangerous, so much so that it became outlawed several times and was generally a popular scapegoat relating to unexpected death. This nexus of magical religious meaning-making sorcery regarding human-related desire and the history and science of neurological disorders related to the fusiform fusiform gyrus is where the subject of this dissertation will reside. I will outline further and then analyze the historical sources I mentioned previously when I will go into the neurology of mystic and magical religious experiences. After that, I will detail my ongoing correspondence with a resident of the Ural Mountains region. It was a mountain region. Who is an expert folklorist and keeper of traditions he claims to have been passed down through his extended family for generations. Okay. Hastily written note. My throat, man. Oh. Okay, no, we already read the note, I think. Observation note, I think it was this. Read more. For the sake of the university policy and the health of any further career you hope to have, you will abide by the non-disclosure contract and sign. Do not break the anthropoidic vacuum without prior consultation and approval. Any anthropoidic forms brought into the enclosure area must not be left unattended. When not in dormancy, a sample will attempt to make an anthropoid shells. Please see shell notes for more on that. Okay, thankfully that one wasn't too long. Okay, orientation 3. 4. The sample exposure to some of our neural activity is unavoidable. However, the speed at which its desired yield is produced can be dampened by several precautions regarding libidinal and emotional urges. Libidinal. Is that a word? Okay. Urges keep conversation not related to the lab work to a minimum. If you begin to suspect you are developing attachments to your colleagues, contact me as soon as possible. Oh, that was a lot of reading. Okay, there. I think that is all of it. In that corner. Alright. Let us, cashews. We have cashews for Grandpa. Let's go to the kitchen. Search the upper fridge. Lettuce. Okay, lettuce. That might be good for Grandpa. Lower fridge got a brown banana. Looks simple. Grandpa might like this. Okay. We got food for Grandpa. Soft fruit or vegetable. Unappealing item? We don't have any unappealing items. Maybe you can just feed him that? Hello, Grandpa? Hello, Grandpappy. Observe. Examine Grandpa, noting its movement, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa seems sort of sluggish and bored. You'll get the feeling it may be more content readily to cooperate once fed and taught a few words. Okay, let's feed the Grandpa. Do you like to view the tutorial before you start? Okay, sure. Mom's a lot of reading. I need water. Need more water. Okay. I think we might pause after this game and then extend this bookathon to tomorrow, where we play Nightmare Cards as the closest, and probably one other game. That also means, since I wasn't able to finish the games, I'll have to extend the community challenge for you guys as well. Okay. This brief tutorial will go over the basics of feeding Grandpa, vital introductions of your unprotected nodule, inusial. Okay, Grandpa has stimulated the production of tooth enamel to mimic human mouth. Why did I read that? Why is the tutorial creepy? It will need to be fed through this in order to properly learn and grow. First, you'll need to select an item from the lunchbox. Click on the lunchbox in the bottom right corner. The content of the lunchbox will be displayed. Select an item from the lunchbox. Doing so will fill your hand with this item. Note that any food you pick up in the lunchbox by clicking the lunchbox with the full hand. Before Grandpa can be fed, it must judge the food by smell. Hover your hand above Grandpa's olfactory bulbs. That's so gross. If Grandpa is pleased, it will allow you to feed. I don't want Grandpa to be pleased. Most foods Grandpa will accept, however, getting Grandpa to consume other things requires some culinary deception. I'd say that's probably the unappealing item thing. When Grandpa is willing to be fed, however, hover your hand over its mouth and click. Grandpa will then consume the food. Good luck on feeding Grandpa. Grandpa? You approach. Oh god. Oh! Click on Grandpa's nostrils left. Grandpa's enticing smell. Click on the Grandpa nostril. Okay. Do you want some cashews, Grandpa? Click on. Okay. Oh, click to put back. Okay. If Grandpa is enticed by, click on Grandpa's nostrils, left to its mouth. Left of. Where is the nostril? Nostril left in his mouth with a handful of food. Okay. Lick a banana. Grandpa seems indifferent. Hi! A meal appears to have been sufficient. Okay, do you want some lettuce? Or cashews, maybe? Indifferent to the smell, but is willing to accept. Okay. Okay, yeah, we gave you 2 food. You step away from the window, set in the bars. Grandpa grunts in appreciation and look moves towards his favorite corner. Digestible food. Okay. That's a full check right there. Grandpa is fed. Okay, we teach Grandpa now. Grandpa, we teach you. Let's do a vocabulary card. Hello. I'd like to view the tutorial before starting. Sure. Example. This brief tutorial will go over teaching Grandpa the pronunciation and vocalization. The vocabulary word you pick up will appear in the top left corner. In order, in the bottom right corner will appear a pentagon that is divided up into 8 sections. A section of the pentagon will be highlighted briefly. And a notification sound will play, and soon other sections will be highlighted. The assignment says, you will control a small round icon that sits above the pentagon by using your mouse. The ball is constrained to the limits of the pentagon. The goal is to keep your icon over the highlighted area and move it as the area changes sections around the pentagon. When you hold left click above the correct highlighted area, the icon will start to vibrate along with the stimulated vocal cords, and current letter of your word will begin to turn red. Keep holding over the highlighted icon as it changes place. Soon the letter will become fully red. After every letter becomes red, Grandpa will proudly pronounce the word you, and it will be considered learned. Teaching Grandpa these words will accelerate its cognitive development and lead to further breakthroughs in general intelligence. Let's teach. Hello, Grandpa. You decided. Oh no! I did not. You did not. No. We teach Grandpa. We teach Grandpa. Yes. It said left click. I pressed right click instead. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, right. No. Okay. No, the Grandpa, come on, Grandpa. Green, the pa. E, come on. And oh, grandpa, deep in Grandpa's strange membranes, phoned confidently. Kinda. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at back at the variable card module notes written by administrative pass. Grandpa, a part of the vocabulary and vocalization module E81 family. General pronunciation comments. A usual trouble with articulation of voice thin slash raspy. Okay. Possibly underdeveloped larynx. Module comment see below. We have done several sessions of what we are calling familiar relation simulations. I and a coworker sit in chairs opposite the enclosure. We are wearing the usual masks. We begin to act out a scene, mostly through improvisation, that might roughly resemble a kitchen table conversation between an immediate family. Repeated trials would reveal, although, that our simulated conversation was purposefully vague and unspecific regarding a person's identity. We would only be address each other as brother, father, sister, etc. It soon became apparent that encoded information and associations we unconsciously draw upon when hearing and speaking these words was being picked up on by Whiskers and its psi type field of reception slash interpretation of brain slash mind event slash semantic content. My co-researcher William noted this in a simulation where Whiskers was given a role as sister and as a brother. I was the father. Whisker began responding to certain prompts with unusual specificity, as well as general pattern of timbre of speech, and that continued with unusual consistency. As soon as the simulation ended, we left the enclosure area. William let me know that Whiskers was almost certainly drawing from encoded memories of his late sister, mapping out exactly the regions and certain and centers of neural activity, and are intercepted by the psi-type field. Will take extensive neuroimaging that we do not have at this site. Currently, we only have less precise portable equipment. However, our experience so far are eerily in line with folk knowledge and folk explanations regarding the being's access to desire, and we can begin to infer it has access to certain uh, pro- protations partitions of portions. God, fucking dyslexia is getting to me. Portions of limbic system and ventral temporal cortex. You step away from the bars and store the module in the document table. Right, we need to teach Grandpa one more word. Have a save. Game saved. Okay, let's teach Grandpa word. The cabinet. Let's search. Examine. Slouching under the weight of rotten refuse. Cabinet. Let's clean. Do some cleaning here. This game is creepy as hell, man. It's so weird. So weird and creepy. I'll be honest, I don't know if I can finish it today, but it's all clean. What's this? Blueberries! Looks edible. Okay. This wait's okay. I think I can keep the blueberries with me until next week. Top drawer. Oh, is that a mannequin face? Oh god. Oh, paper. More reading. Okay, read. Before we began, he had us all cover our faces completely, and an earthenware pot was illegible, and on the inside was we stole the brief glance at it. We could see the interior was inlaid with mirrors. The illegible gave it a small piece of dough, spoiled food, chicken feed, keeping it content. The keeper gestured towards the small bag where the food composed and told us to be careful not to feed it any meat. I asked him if the rotting food was enough to sustain it, and how it might get nourishment from any of us. The keeper regarded me seriously and said it did not matter what it was fed. The act of feeding itself was what mattered. The act of feeding flesh is another act, however. He then gave me another series of grave warnings regarding not keeping any animal-derived foods near where I might be keeping it. Okay. Bottom drawer? Safe. Okay, I don't have a lock for that. Don't have a key. Trash pile! Search painting. Oh! There's something here. Folder full of radiographic images. You can examine this. Oh, cool. Okay, I can look at them. Search trash pile. What's that? Is that leaves? That looks like leaves. Any food? Any food for Goranda puppy? Goranda papa? Fiberglass insulation. This isn't really food, but Grandpa might eat it, however. Oh, okay. Alright, trash pile. Search trash pile. Okay, there's another doll. There's another doll. Why is there another doll? What? Where are my parents throwing down here? Why does this place get filled with trash every single week? A simple paper doll. This might be useful to construct a magic symbols. Okay. Okay, nothing back there. Trash pile. Okay, I couldn't explore this before. There's something there. Corroded battery. This isn't real food, but I might eat it. Yeah, hey AJ. Yeah, we're still going. I think though we might just finish. We might pause after like a few. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this game today. I might extend the Spookathon to tomorrow and just add a bunch of games to it as well. How you doing, man? This is probably by far the creepiest game I've played right now. Something appears to be growing from the wall. You take a closer look. Oh, hello! A pulsating sack. The smelly membrane that is its skin seems to contain something. It might be able to be opened with a blade. Ah! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you're having dinner right now. Skin loot box, yeah. Okay, I think I don't have a blade, and I didn't find another word to teach Grandpa. But let's go to the study corner. I did get some medical imaging device. Looks like a meatball, yummy. Okay, yeah, you're definitely hungry. Oh, propagation 21. Day 19 after dormancy and Viking. Okay. Intriguing results with regard to the mimic hypothesis. A particular participant entered a sealed chamber adjacent to Whiskers in growth cycle 21, which has been fed from the anthropoidic vacuum. The constructed quite economically from plastic and broken mirrors. The first propagation's original earthenware vacuum was shattered during the move-in. Between the two, there was a semi-opaque glass panel that allowed observation both ways. The human participant was asked to think of someone in the popular consciousness, fictional or not, and cognitate on their image, personality, face, if possible, voice is if possible, etc. Our participant chose Jesus of Nazareth. Really? And with weekly repeated exposure to the participants' imagings, propagation 21 began forming what resembled an anthropoid Nazarene in the folds of its spines. Aha. Previous human orientation tests have always bored out a result that Whiskers, that's what it's called, would form an anthropoid team member, be it me or Dr. Hart or Gerald, okay. And we assumed it was merely mimicking one of us. Dr. Hart always contended that the desirous yield or the anthropoid reproduction Whiskers created when in contact with humans begins has always been based on the concept and the relation to the person through someone else. With this framework, the desirous yield is not actually a replica of a person, or if it is, it's only a replica of the fiction of a person generated in the mind of another. This desirous yield was not Jesus Christ, but the participants' image of Jesus, assembled from their religious upbringing, religious artwork, depictions in popular culture, etc. This radiograph was taken right before the destruction of the growth cycle while Whisker was rendered unconscious via fumigation. This seems like with every successive propagation, the stem cells in the organism work a little faster, but I'm not paranoid. It's technically deathless, yes, but we're burning up whatever knowledge it's gained when we incinerate it. I don't believe in magic just yet. Prime example why I should never be the first one to fall asleep in the sleepover. Nail clip a Bible into your skull. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of these long texts. I was fighting it. We were playing Mortuary Assistant, and I was fine. I was totally fine. Like, there were demons, I'm good. You drop a scientific text on me? Alright, god then. You'll need to, like, take 5 drink breaks. Okay. Do I have anything else to teach my grandpa? Let's go to grandpa. Hi, grandpa. Ugh. The text of doom. Hello, grandpa. Attempt to communicate. Let's talk. No response. Okay. Teach grandpa. We don't have. Examine grandpa, noting good movement, respiration, and general mood. Grandpa seems to be sluggish on board. You get the feeling it may be content and readily cooperate once fed. Okay, let's explore the basement a bit more. Maybe if I find a blade, I might be able to find something inside that meatball trash pile. Okay, nothing there. Oh, more trash. I should probably search the trash piles twice until it tells me that it's not gonna be dirty until next week. Okay, now this is not gonna be... Okay. Cabinet? Cabinet? Okay, this is clean. Top drawer. This is clean. Bottom drawer. There's a key thing here. I can't... This is safe. I can't really do much there. Okay, trash pile. So trash. Okay, this is already gone. Examine? Particularly strong. Okay. Bulbous growth. Okay. Why is there a bulbous growth? Hello! Okay, we can teach Grandpa a word. We can teach him to say hello. Great. Wonderful. Why do I do this? Man, if only I had better parents, then I won't need to grow my grandpa. Grow him back. Trash pile. Try this again. Maybe there's something spawns again under the trash. Come on, put it down. Oh, there you go. Now it's good. Now it's clean. This is too dark. Okay, let's go teach Grandpa a word. Let's go teach Grandpappy. Is the grandfather himself. Let's teach him. Hello. Let's teach him how to say hello. Hello. Oh. Hello. Okay. Okay. Good job, Grandpa. Good job. You're doing good. You just one more syllable. One more letter. There you go. Okay. All right. Detroit. No wonder the basement is so dirty. It gets dirty every week. I don't know what they're doing in my basement, man. No. Okay. Having completed the lesson, you take a look at the back of the vocabulary module card and note they're written by the administrators of the past. Hello, part of vocabulary and vocalization module A2, conversational basics, general pronunciation comments, sloppy articulation. Module comments. See below. We are already encountering some difficulty as Whiskers subjectively is so much determined by a diverse and dynamic array of influences. It attempts to mimic the thoughts and desires it passively intercepts, and these imitations go on to structure the basis of its identity. Only later in Whisker's growth cycle does it begin to form an identity or identities and that are coherent and capable of resembling a sane, rational human being when engaged in conversation. One must imagine how hard it would be to converse with someone who is not yet orientated in one particular way towards who or how they are, because they might have 20 different honest answers to these questions, all of them mixed and muddled together. Because of this, we have started with the basics of conversation: greetings, partings, identifying one another, forming questions, etc., etc. It is fortunate Whisker's current growth, number 19, I believe, has developed a mostly accurate human mouth simulation. Hello was a bit of a challenge in the previous growths, as it had failed to develop an adequate organ to act as a human tongue. Okay. Cool beans! Tick and tick. Let's go say hi to Grandpa now. Attempt to communicate. Grandpa accedes to your request. It approaches the bars and begins to unknit its skin. Oh! The inner Grandpa, though still not fully formed, is revealed. It may be fruitful to speak with it if it can respond. Oh, what the hell? Okay, let's ask about wish. With great deal of efforts, Grandpa gurgles fragmented thoughts through its ill-formed lips. Mother, will father, new lives out of the air. The dark spiny filaments that make up the majority of Grandpa's body begin to oscillate rapidly. The air behind your eyes, I can taste it. He's old, okay? The man's old. He can't fault him for age. Also, he's still growing. Okay. Ask about Grandpa's shell. With great deal of efforts, the Grandpa gurgles fragmented thoughts through its ill-formed lips. Skin, my body, all human skin around me. Give more, grow more, to fit. Okay, let's talk about the biohazard bin. However, it fails to produce more than a wet and frustrated sputter noise. Goodbye. Grandpa silently ascends back into its shell. Okay. He's still getting taller at this age. Yeah, he is. He's a growing boy, so to say. Noting his movement respiration. Grandpa appears content and ready to cooperate. Okay, I think we're good. I think we are good. I'm gonna save the game. Those are my plans to get doing wonders to Grandpa. Yeah, I could probably actually hold on. I could probably feed him. Like I got like some fiberglass insulation. I can feed him, but I need to hide it inside other food. And I apparently I don't have that right now. I thought I had lettuce. I guess I can't hide fiber optic insulation inside lettuce. Okay, what's in my lunchbox? Yeah, I do have lettuce, but I can't hide the stuff inside the lettuce. He'll notice it. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna end the week. Actually, I'm just gonna save the game and just stop here. I think if I end the week, it might just launch me straight into the next week. I think I'm good. I think I think we are good here. Bro's using the American recipe. Grab some actual food. Oh god, the game. All right, hold on. The menu music scared me. Grab some actual food and fill it with the random nuclear waste, and we don't get used to it. I just hope no one sees it, or he doesn't notice it. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. Sorry I couldn't get through all the games, it got pretty late. But since I wasn't able to finish the games, and the two games I was most excited for, Growing My Grandpa and Nightmare Cart, we still haven't played them. I'll move the rest of this to tomorrow. So I'll make a new schedule for tomorrow. We're probably gonna continue Growing My Grandpa at first, and then we'll go with Nightmare Cart and Zookosis. And I guess for the community challenge, I'll have to, since I failed to finish, I couldn't finish all the games, I will extend it to tomorrow as well. That way it's only fair. Right, there we go. And extend duration. Apparently there's 2 days left. Okay. Right, there we go. But yeah, the Spookathon will continue. Go back to the previous screen. That shit ain't over till it's over. Listen, man, I need to go to sleep. Don't you want part 2? Don't you want a part 2 to this? We can play more games. Sleep for a week. Sleep is the weeks. No, I think no. Alright. 12-hour stream now? Oh my god. Also, I need to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes because I've been drinking so much water because of all the reading. Yeah. I'll make it up to you guys. You guys gonna get more games. Other than Zookosis, I do have some other horror games that I want to play. So yeah. No thanks. Let's put it like this. Me doing this also gives you guys a chance to actually beat the community challenge, because right now I think you guys are halfway through it. Did it disappear here? Where is it? What do you mean it was rigged from the start? Listen, you guys didn't pay up. You guys didn't pay up yet. You got 50% raised. You need to get the rest of it. And if you want a chance to get the rest of it, then yeah, we'll have to finish tomorrow. Anyway, tune in tomorrow for some more Grandpa action and Bloodborne racing and weird zoo animals. I'll probably try and figure out what the proper ending is for that game. You know what? Yeah, probably shouldn't. I'm looking through my list right now. I think there might be some games here that I also wanna throw in. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find something here. I have a huge list of horror games. If not, maybe you can play another Japanese horror game. I still haven't gone through all of Chilla's Art's games, so it might be interesting to like go into one of these. But yeah, that is all I have for today. I will see you guys tomorrow with an updated schedule. Let's go. In the meantime, let's go find someone to raid. Yeah, you too, AJ. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see who we can find. Happy Halloween, y'all! Hope you guys are getting some candy. Right. Let's see, go. I think I'll send you guys over to. Let me just double check. I always go blind whenever I'm looking at people to raid. Just like so many people. All right, let's go raid Velk. They are playing Escape the Backrooms right now. If I find enough people, I also kind of want to play that game as well. It sounds fun. I know Oku played it a while ago as well. But I'll need to find some teammates. I won't be able to do that shit alone. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more spooks. Stay tuned. Right. Until then, take care. Have a spooky night. Grab some. Hope you have lots of candy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, everyone.